Every time I step here in the field, I never want to take things for granted. Of course, I want to put a good number, but how did that happen? Helping your team out to win.
Albert Pujols is one of the greatest hitters in baseball history. But how did he get to this point? People are amazed that Albert's current teammate, Mike Trout, fell all the way to 25th overall in the 2009 baseball draft. But could you imagine a future Hall of Famer not being drafted until the 402nd pick? That's right. The St. Louis Cardinals drafted Albert Pujols in the 13th round in the 1999 draft, one of the biggest steals in Major League Baseball draft history. And after dominating 3 levels of the minor leagues in 2000, it was time to join the big leagues in 2001.
His first hit in the big leagues.
Albert Pujols made the Cardinal roster out of spring training in 2001 and did not have a position, so he played third base, first base, left field, and right field. But mostly, it was his bat that did the talking.
Well hit into left field, at the wall. Welcome to St. Louis, Albert Pujols.
Pujols made his first All-Star team, finished 4th in the National League MVP voting, and was a unanimous National League Rookie of the Year. And that was just a preview of things to come.
When he hits the ball, it just explodes like thunder, you know?
In the next 9 seasons, Albert Pujols would finish in the top 3 in the National League MVP voting 8 times, winning the award 3 times. Pujols made the All-Star team in 8 of those 9 years, and even took home the Gold Glove Award twice for his defense at first base.
A couple of nice plays by Albert. It's the reason why he's won multiple Gold Gloves at that position. Very agile, fields hard line drive.
Albert became the only player in Major League history to bat at least 300, hit 30 home runs, and drive in at least 100 runs in his first 10 years of his career. That consistency is why they call him the Machine.
Machine. I always laugh when I hear it on TV. There comes a machine.
In his 11 seasons with the Cardinals, he helped the team get to 3 World Series, including winning twice in 2006 and 2011. And Albert contributed with legendary moment after moment in the postseason.
0-1 to Pujols. In the air, left field, and Pujols has given St. Louis the lead. A dramatic, towering 3-run home run. Fly to right. Rodonia's back, and this one's gone. And Verlander is in a bit of a state of shock, but nobody should be. How about 3 on the night in a row? And Albert Pujols has tied Reggie Jackson with 3 home runs against the Rangers.
He is second in Cardinal history to Stan Musial in total bases, home runs, and RBIs. Musial is a Cardinal legend and a member of the National Baseball Hall of Fame. His nickname was the Man for being the guy in St. Louis. Fittingly, Pujols' nickname, El Hombre, which is Spanish for the man, because he was the Cardinals' 21st century version of Musial.
After 11 seasons in one of the best baseball cities, Albert made the decision to come to Southern California and don the Angels red.
After the 2011 season, Pujols signed with the Los Angeles Angels. In his 9 seasons with the Angels, he's had some memorable moments, including becoming the 9th player to join the 600 home run club in 2017. The next season, Albert joined the 3,000 hit club, and in 2019, he joined an even more exclusive club, joining Hank Aaron and Alex Rodriguez as the only players in baseball history with 2,000 RBIs or more.
That's a Hall of Famer right there.
Even after being away from St. Louis for nearly 8 years, the Cardinal fan base did not forget about Albert. In June of 2019, the Machine returned to St. Louis as an opposing player. Redbird Nation welcomed Albert back with open arms with one of the loudest ovations in the history of the ballpark. In Game 2 of that series, Albert brought back some legendary memories to the Cardinal faithful.
Albert hits it a ton out to deep left. He gave us 11 years of memories we'll never forget. He's just given us another.
As great as Albert is on the field, he's even better off the diamond. In 2005, Albert and his wife Deidre launched the Pujols Family Foundation. The organization promotes awareness of Down syndrome and works to support those with it and their families. He also aids the poor in the Dominican Republic and supports people with disabilities or life-threatening illnesses.
What I look at, it doesn't matter what you do in the field. It's what you do off the field. And the people, the life that you touch off the field. Those kids, they look at us as a role model, and we want to be a role model to those kids.
Albert, to me, is probably the best hitter who's ever walked planet Earth. His numbers, you realize that the guy's in a category all by himself.
Albert Pujols is not only arguably one of the greatest hitters of the 21st century, but he's in the conversation as one of the greatest hitters of all time. Only 3 players in Major League Baseball history have a career batting average of 300, 3,000 career hits, and 600 or more home runs. Those players are Hank Aaron, Willie Mays, and Albert Pujols. Whether he is man or machine, we know for fact one day he will be enshrined in Cooperstown.